Sure. Morning, y'all. How we doing? Let's see here. Let's get out of Claude and update snippets, and let's do a dot update. And we'll do a push. And then let's jump back over to here and keep fighting better off. So it's funny, the better off issues I was running into yesterday, Effexio bashed a dude when my tweets don't affect. Was the guy deserving of it? There was a issue around better off that I saw. Where was this? I literally had found a thread yesterday about, oh, I think this is it. I think I found it. I think I found a chat. Yeah, here we go. I think we want this, possibly. I agree with Mike in this one, I think. Let's see. Let's see if we can, I think we got this working yesterday, right? Like, if we looked, did it end up generating? I had thought it did. Maybe we didn't get it working yesterday. All right, let's copy. Now, why would you not make this? import type drizzle d1 database from drizzle/d1. Then we're going to do this, get rid of the type. This will be drizzle that. And we don't have our schema yet. Let's go to BetterAuth and get started. Installation. We did all this. I've broken prod at so many companies, including fintech companies. I worked for like 4.5 years on billing systems. Maybe not 4.5, maybe like 4, 3.5, 4, somewhere in there. All right, so this is saying to then do export type database. I don't have a schema yet, so we're gonna ignore that. const.db. I don't understand. Oh, I see what's happening here, I think. Maybe. And then I think we can do this. We already used the drizzle adapter. Expected 2 arguments. Okay, what's the second argument? What's it want? Squeal light. All right. Theoretically, this might work. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we need NVM FNM use v24. This was an issue. Maybe it wasn't an issue. Node dash version. Okay, that was not it. Morning, y'all. Let me get chat open here. There we go. Now I'll at least see chat. Fake CLI db.ts. So this merged. Dude, better off is... I'm so confused here. I don't understand this fix entirely. My workaround for this was to create a fake cli.db.ts file. We have this stupid invalid base URL problem again. I don't remember how we fixed this yesterday. We ended up using SQLite, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, slightly. It's a mix of like Cloudflare and a mix of BetterAuth. Good morning, y'all. Is this not the hack that takes the DB, export const auth, whatever now? I want to get into the BetterAuth dist index. There's got to be like a function generate auth config. Here we go. So somewhere in this, it has to be like, dude, this sun is blinding me. It's so annoying. So invalid base. It's not even in here. Create. I bet it's in this. create auth client. I'm about to just go back to using Lucia because this is really annoying. Let's try a couple more things. How can we debug this? Invalid base URL null. Yo, facts. Facts. Like, this should work. Like, I don't think we... Dude, I wonder if this fails. If we put this here, and we execute this file, I'm curious if this works. If we do this, and then we do something like bun run source/lib/auth.ts. All right, that works. Yeah. Okay, so that doesn't fail yet. Delete that. Does this fail? That does fail. Just running it. Okay. We've got the file too. At line 10. All right, let's go to that file. Find dr3. So it's node modules. Then it was to that special place. Better auth. This guy. Dist shared. And then dr. Yeah. This guy. Check has path. So this is throwing because this is getting called. I wish I had a better stack trace here. Maybe we get a better stack trace with like TSX. TSX source/lib/auth.ts. Bun gives bad stack traces normally. That's a horrible stack trace too. I wonder if this is like an actual error under the covers. Extends error. Const e equals new error e dot stack. Can I give this thing a cause? Yeah, we can. Let's just throw the stack on here. And try that. There we go. Look at that, chat. This is what happens when you peel back your dependencies. Add a init. So it gets in with path. API/auth. Let's do a console.log, and we'll do like oops, path. And we'll do path. And we should see that. API auth. That's interesting. Do we have that endpoint? That route? We don't. So is it incorrectly detecting the route here? Or actually, let's run the CLI. You figured it out. All right, hold on. Am I going down the right rabbit hole here? Is it that I have to do something like this? Why does it think the path is API auth? URL. PNPM approve builds. Well, I removed SQLite 3. I really don't want to install SQLite 3 as a dependency. I'm trying to do this with just D1, John. So URL. That is interesting. So it gets into here. Parsed URL. That would make sense, right? Because if we go into here and we do new URL, new URL, and we do like /API/auth, right? This is gonna throw to, right? Invalid URL. So wherever this gets called, get base URL, is that what we see in the stack here? Yep. All right. Let's log this stuff. URL path request load env. Dot log and say get base URL.
Functions describe the world.
And we'll log this. URL is null. How do we go from... Oh, I'm so stupid. That's null. In the better auth call, still null. URLs, okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, that looks good. What about we do this? Okay, that's fine. All right, that should be a valid URL. Invalid base URL null. So we see get base URL, URLs localhost 3000. We see this. We see a second call to get base URL where it's now null. And it's coming from get trusted origins. Yeah, I have that set. Look, I can do console.log and we'll say process.m. Better auth URL. Do that. Look, localhost 3000. So it's coming from get trusted origin next. So get trusted. So that goes to CDX1. CDX1. This file. And there's going to be a get trusted origins in here. Okay, this is probably toggle tree sitter context. All right, so this is inside init. So let's say console dot static methods. That's good. Just blatantly logs out my secret. I guess that's my fault. That's fine, we can roll that. It's just a local secret anyways. No, I shouldn't need to. Well, let's see where, let's just run through this init function. We'll say console.log, and we'll just say options. And then we'll do this, options. We'll run that. And we see base URL. So that's what's directly coming from what we called, right? And then if we do get adapter, what's adapter have on it? Anything interesting? Let's see. So that's where we see that first call to base URL, right? Good morning, Bodes.
I don't get a good morning?
Good morning, Justine.
Thank you.
So we still see base URL there. And then we don't care about that. I wonder if we end up losing it here. Options.base URL. I'm not even using this. I'm not even using the Cloudflare adapter right now. This is just straight up. Okay, we just lost it right there. So there's a bug. This line has a bug. So if we look here and we do this, we come here and we say before options.base URL, and we just look at base URL, we're going to see that's going to be localhost before. If we get the origin, oh my god. Let's go into a node real quick, and let's do u equals new URL localhost 3000. Origin is null. And we'll do what you're saying, John. That must be it. I'm a fucking bot, chat. Next, let's try running this again now and getting rid of all the console.logs. Actually, we can just undo all our shit. Okay, let's quit out. That's crazy that that would cause a problem. I wonder if we should open up a pull request to fix that. Oh, JMS said that, not John. I thought John said that. And Bishal. Where can we fix this? This would be in here. Wonder if there's any issues about origin. Should we take a small side quest? I'm feeling a small side quest because this was annoying. Oh dang, hell yeah. My dad shot a turkey this morning. Hell yeah. See, Vishal. I'm gonna give you guys like a 10 to 20 second trigger warning. I'm going to pull up a dead turkey on screen, so if nobody wants to see that, look away. And I will say when it's off screen. I haven't been spring turkey hunting or fall turkey hunting in a while. I hunt up in Pennsylvania typically. My dad got a nice turkey this morning. Dude, turkey nuggets, so good. So good. All right, turkey's off screen. You can look back. All right. Thought it. No. Let's just run a bun. What do they use? PNPM, PNI. Who doesn't want to see a dead turkey? Dude, turkeys are the dumbest animals, dude. I hate them so much. They make you feel like such a jackass because they're so dumb and they can be so hard to hunt. All right, well, this thing's figuring its life out here. Let's Vim, and this is going to be in packages, CLI, source. Where's init? We're going to go into init. Come on. All right, so here's init. Init action. Get M files. Is this the file we were in? I don't think this is it. This doesn't look like what we were looking at, right? Get config, where we get ops, options, config. Where were we? I swear it would have been in here. And we were looking at this line that was like, I don't think we have it in the buffer still. I closed it. All right, let's go back into node modules because I want to find what we were looking at. So better auth, dist. What is this? Shared. Oh, it was in shared. All right, let's go see if we can find a shared directory. Shared. Better off source. Here we go. Was it in here? Is it this file? Yeah, this was the file we were looking at. So we want to possibly do like a warning in here. Return with path. If has path. So we're saying that it needs to require the, oh, what part of the URL do we call that? Oh my God, why can I not remember that? HTTP versus HTTPS. Protocol. Yeah, protocol. So let's just write like a, we'll say function check has protocol, and we'll do a URL string Boolean. This probably could be a lot faster if we only parse the URL one time, but it's fine. Why wouldn't you trim it first? Would there be any reason not to do this? Feels like that you should do that, right? Not path or path equals slash return the trim URL. That probably saves some bugs. So let's do another try. Catch. That's not exported. I kind of want to change this to take a URL. Same with this. That'll take a URL. We don't need to do that then. This can just be URL. And I can take that. And we'll say, no, let's not. We'll just do this. It's fine. I don't want to make too many changes. Parse URL dot protocol. And if we do node new URL, let me say localhost 6969 dot protocol, we get localhost. But if we do HTTP I am assuming Better Off doesn't support WebSockets. We'll say if parsed URL.protocol does not equal HTTP colon or parsed URL.protocol does not equal HTTPS colon. Or actually, yeah, no, we should do that. We go here, we'll throw new better off error, and we'll say invalid base URL. Please URL must include HTTP or HTTPS. Actually, this should just probably throw the whole way up. Throw the whole way up. That sounds horrible. In fact, we could just do this, and we could do cause. This is the cause, right? So we'll throw, we'll just put the error on here. Actually, no, we'll keep that. We'll say, we'll make this an assert. And then in get base URL, with path. Assert has protocol URL. Okay, so we, from env, we'll assert has protocol here as well, I guess. I mean, we could put it in with path, but maybe we do put it in with path. That does cover all our cases. Okay. All right, pulling up Turkey again. Everyone brace yourselves. You don't want to see the turkey. There you go, Nightshade. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so we're asserting it has a protocol in there. I don't know if there's tests anywhere. Test utils. Init test. All right, so let's write a test here and say it should throw an error if the base URL does not include HTTP or HTTPS as the protocol. Protocol. And we can just write this. I guess this needs to be async. And we'll do expect init database base URL localhost 6969 I think this needs to be a function. Wait. .to.throw error. How do I do async assertions? To throw. Well, it's gonna, the promise will reject, and I'd have to catch it. Are they using jest or are they using vitest? Vitest. Vitest assert async function throws. Why is this? Await expect. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dot rejects. Oh, dot rejects. Rejects. And we can say dot only. And then in here we can say, maybe we can do, let's see if this has a package JSON. Let's go into packages, better auth, and see if this has a test script that we can target an individual test. Not really. Okay, so npx vitess -- init .test.ts maybe. Oh shit. Nope. Vitest. How do I just run this one test file? In test. Sure. Do I have to do like a build or something? pn build. pn test. What do we say? init.test.ts. Cannot find package. We went on a side quest this morning, Johannes. Claude. We're gonna make Claude do this. If Claude's gonna start. Run only init.test.ts. Yo, Johannes. Already built. I wonder if I need to just build from the root, maybe. Before Claude keeps doing that, let's go up to, and we can do like a pn build. See if that fixes things. That probably will fix things. Wow, this is a chunky project. I didn't realize how big this was. Boom. Let's freaking go, chat. Okay, so let's go in here and make the test a little bit better. Package is better. Source. To throw error. Expected string regex. And we should see yank to comma. I don't have an analysis so far because I haven't even been able to get better off working outside of LiveStore. That's how we got to where we're at. And we figured out the problem, and there was not a lot of good information about the problem we were having, so we decided to make it better. And by we, I said me. Let's go back to our test. And we'll say paste that in there. And this will be localhost 6969. So this should still pass. Except I have a typo, by the way. So this goes back to the part where, oh yeah, I should have already trimmed it. See? See what we did earlier, chat? Moving that trimming to be first? That's what we wanted. What? What does this regex do? It's matching on the very end. What does this regex do? So it's trimming that off of it. So this is actually doing something different than what I thought it was. So we just want to get rid of that. And then here, we can just assert has protocol. And where's that extra space coming from? Is that in my test? That must be in my test, huh? There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's do another test. And we'll do WebSocket. And then we'll do another one and say it should not throw an error if the base URL, well, actually that's fine. Because we know it's passing with the other ones, right? There we go. All right, let's go ahead and fork this. I think you have a typo in base URL. Where do I have a typo in base URL? Invalid base URL. Back in the code. Oh. I need to go fork better off. Where's the fork? fork. Create fork. And then we're going to grab this and we're going to say get get origin. I want to see the origin. Origin get. What is the, dude, I set get remote. Thank you. Get remote set origin. Nope, not that one. Set URL origin. Add base URL protocol checks plus error to improve DX. Git push. And then we should see my pull or my commit there, and we should be able to contribute, open pull request. We'll create as a draft. And we'll have Claude
describe the world.
Come in here and say Claude. Sure. Add a proper title and description for this PR using the GitHub CLI. Please analyze the 10 most recent PRs that have merged and use a similar writing style as them. We opened this PR because we were trying to generate the initial schema and had localhost 3000 in our env vars, and it was not clear why the script was failing. I don't know. I just I don't know what tool to use for dictation. I don't really want to pay for Whisperflow. Dick action? You wouldn't know about it, Kraut. Summary by Cubic? What is Cubic? Do other pull requests have this cubic thing? I guess so. All right, so let's convert this ready for review. Make sure this looks good. All right. Let's what's it called? Let's link the better off CLI. So when I use it locally, I use our changes, e.g. npx at better auth. What's the command? I always forget how to link.
Functions describe.
I might have to link it from the
world.
package I'm using it in. All right, so theoretically, it's linked. So if we go in here and we go to our .env local, let's toggle, well, I already leaked this cred, but it's only local dev, so it doesn't matter. So cloak, disable. Let's get rid of this. We should see the error that we just had if we don't use latest. So let's get rid of latest there. And we should see an error. Process.env. I don't think that's using ours. Link from You happy, Crop? My head's bouncing. Are you sure it will work with MPX? Because I don't believe you. Yep, it does not. That's what I thought. I just want to test my change. Why is this so hard? All right, whatever. I feel good enough that it works. We got our file generated. Whatever. Oh, you think? All right, let's check. You might be right. Auth. Yeah, you're probably right. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Steiner. Didn't we fix that? Okay, at least with the push. Do I have to sign anything here? Prevents misconfigurations, developer experience. This test expects their, but the implementation will actually throw invalid base URL. No, it doesn't. Copilot. You fucking idiot. Comment is not true. Code suggestion is invalid. This is not true. GG's. Copilot. The error handling logic doesn't provide the helpful protocol-specific error message for URLs without a protocol. The catch block. Freaking bot. Watch the bot be wrong, and this was actually just me being wrong here. Z better pin git pull pin. Okay, we're still good. Vim just to triple check everything. It's probably under here, Earl. And then we wanted to go to init test down to the bottom. Probably want to await both of these. I think it's fine. Dog what? I'm having a hell of a time with SQLite. Whatever. I am not the author of LiveStore, but Johannes is in chat, I believe. It's so funny that that bot just caught all right, we should get a new push here. Yeah, now we should see the awaits. Yeah, great. Okay, I feel good about that. All right, back to actually implementing Better Auth. So we've got our ish installed now, which it's going to error because we changed our env local. This needs http / toggle cloak toggle preview line. Why didn't that work? Cloak preview line. What? I don't know why that didn't work. Whatever. All right. That looks good. And regenerating our Better Auth stuff now should work. Okay. All right, so we generated our auth schema. Let's see if we can get back to D1 now. So databases, community adapters, Cloudflare, 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 Command K, Cloudflare, Better Auth, Cloudflare, Cloudflare. I'll do stream layout. There we go. Yeah. Do you want multi-tenancy? That's okay. Okay, so we had something like this yesterday. We can possibly get that back from our history. That's a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. We started using the drizzle adapter. Right, so we don't need this at all, right? There's limitations, but they're very... the free tiers for Cloudflare are pretty insane. All right, so let's go back into here. And we want to go to sort, we want to go to auth. Let's go to the drizzle docs, maybe. Come on. Bueller. Bro, what is happening here? Is anyone else getting these issues? Jesus. That was weird. So it just needs all right. So we'll say we can import const x equals env. Oh, this is where we were having problems before. Remember? We're doing like m.db. Drizzle m.db. And it was like, yo, dog, we can't figure out Cloudflare. Well, now it's fine for some reason. All right, we'll say db.ts. And we want to split some of this stuff. We want to take drizzle and our drizzle adapter. Or no, we just want drizzle over here. And let's say const, we'll say make db. And this is going, let's make this a function. Export function make db. This is going to take a, what is the type of U? 3 from the virtual module. And that's going to be a D1 database, yoink. And this is going to be DB, D1 database, go into here, and we're going to return drizzle. M.db. And we'll say let cached DB is going to be a D1 database. And we'll say const. Actually, no, this needs to return drizzle D1 database. Drizzle D1 database. We'll say this is going to be D1, and we'll change this to D1, and we can get rid of the environment there, and then we can mock this, and we'll say DB, and we'll say cache DB equals DB. In fact, we can just do this, cached DB, and then we'll return cache DB. If cache DB, return cache DB, and we'll make this get. Go to the dev dot, or the dev branch. It would probably be a little bit better. All right. From users, where do you get users at here? It's a schema. I forget how we set this up before. Let's actually go look at R10. And here we have drizzle set up from before, DB source. Drizzle, DB. Okay, so we just did that. That's probably fine. Probably don't need to do this. Export const db equals drizzle. One second, chat. Haven't checked. All right. Got that. And then where did our schema get generated to? Our schema is probably up here in the root. All schema. Yeah. So let's move that into source lib db. In fact, we can do db. Do that. Go in there, paste that there. Okay, we'll just regenerate, fine. Auth. All right, what other options do we have here? Camel case, no. Schema, that doesn't matter. Debug logs, just put true for now. Let's see here, what else we got? Schema transaction. All right, whatever. What file tree plugin is? It's oil. And then we'll do output is going to be /source lib/auth auth schema.ts, and then we got to go back because the config is now here index. All right, so we should see auth schema in here. Nice. Do you guys make your tables plural? I can't remember if I typically do that or not. From user. See, I don't think I normally do. I don't think I like plural. What's the default? I wonder what the default is. They should actually be DB. All right, DB auth schema, yeah. All right. I mean, that's fair. All right, hold on. Let's do a new chat here. What are the arguments for and against using plural table names in Squeal? I'm not sure. Let's see what Claude says. Or actually, let's see what the Drizzle. I'm curious what Drizzle says. Bro, what is happening with the Drizzle docs right now? All right, can we schema users? All right, they use plural. All right, we'll plural it up. All right. So So then we should see here, or db all schema. Yeah. All right, so we got that part. Secret key, blah, blah, blah. We need to migrate. I don't know if this is gonna work actually. Source / lib / auth / index. The migrate command only works with the built-in Keasley adapter. All right, so we have to use drizzle. I really don't like drizzle kits migration stuff, but we're gonna go for it. I wonder if Wrangler has anything. Execute a command. Wrangler D. Create a new migration. We could do that. Let's go ahead and look. Do we have drizzle kit installed as a dev dependency? Need drizzle there. No, we need to install drizzle kit. We can do npm drizzle kit, and we'll do generate. Really? Dude, I don't know what is going on with drizzle.
Functions
Am I good over here?
describe the world.
Yeah, I'm good here. I have no idea what's going on. .env. All right, here we go. We want this. How do I, what? That's not what I wanted. And we can actually get rid of this entire thing. I don't need to override that anymore. I just wanted to test. Thank you, Vibra. What are we listening to, chat? I need to change up here. Oh, we just got through this whole list. No, no, no. All right, we'll listen to this. All right. We can remove. How did we get Prisma in here? Better Squeal Light 3 can get gone. Approve builds. All right, whatever. All right, so now we should be able to do. All right, we need to make a drizzle kit. Jesus, touch drizzle.config.ts. We'll just do this inside source lib db, and we'll touch drizzle.config.ts and drizzle config. Copy this ish. What if I don't want to use the HTTP API? You can also use admin panel. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll see. npx drizzle kit generate. No schema files for D2S. /schema out /drizzle. All right, so we've generated that. I don't know if I trust this thing because this shit is normally garbage. All right. It seems reasonable. You can't use migrate command with SQLite durable objects. Okay. Well, I wasn't going for that. Expo, D1 HTTP. I don't understand why I need to use also, I don't know why I'm not getting type errors in here. I feel like I should be getting type errors. I mean, I guess if we just leave it like this, we can write like our own, we can apply a migration ourselves with Wrangler. So if we do D1, migrations, create. How can I use local? Name or binding of the DB. Let's see how this works. Wrangler JSON. Durable object, DB, database name. I think you can with miniflare, right? Does miniflare run D1 locally, and how can I apply migrations? Local. So we should be able to do something like Wrangler D1 migrations, apply Mulroy recipes D1, local migrations dir ./source/db/lib/db/dot drizzle. Unknown arguments. Very good. So this doesn't seem to take a dir. Set migrations dir in your Wrangler JSON file. Okay. So this should be able to take a of course I don't get autocomplete there. I don't know how this works. It's looking at migrations. Let's put this in here. So I should just be able to put this under migrations dir, and this would be /source/db/lib/db/.drizzle. Let's try that. Not bad. Not bad, chat. That seems like that worked. Right?
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes.
Heavy
The sand
Matthew
is in my
Murdoch.
veins.
Thank you for the sub, Warrior.
Come ride a camel with me.
So if we
today.
open data grip, oh, we can get rid of that Datadog domain search. That's cooked. We should be able to new project, close that. We'll say this is Molroy recipes. Okay. This window, close that, create a data source. It's going to be Squeal Light. And we're going to look for it in here. No, not here. Go back up. I need hidden folders. How do I show hidden folders? I need .wrangler to show. Is it what, shift dot? Show hidden folders, hotkey finder, command shift period. Make sure I get it right. Command shift dot. Y. That's so annoying. Well, we can go find the path by going .wrangler state v3 d1 this guy right here, and we can copy file path, and we can drop that here ish. I am so confused why I can't see. I need the exact. I need the full file path. Why didn't they give me the full file path? Copy file path to clipboard. So this is going to be users slash DM Mulroy slash code slash personal. That's what we want. Yoink. Typo. Can't spell my name. Why? Users, code, personal, Mulray recipes, regular state. I don't understand how this works. Oh yeah, good luck. I mean the state v3 d1. Pretty sure that's the exact. Oh, that's a directory. There we go. Got it. All right. Would you look at that, chat? So now we should be able to do, let's go back to first try. Everyone saw it. It's the first try. Yeah, I gotta get Anders Wiener pick. I can't go on without it. Okay. I should be able to do now, like down here, and we should be able to do env dev. Is that what we called our other environment? Dev. So I have to, dude, this is so annoying. Why is it? I'm now confused why it's not using. Oh, because it's D1 dev. So is that different databases then? Wrangler, state, v3, d1. Okay, so we do have two different SQLite databases in here. How do I know which is which? Because I don't need the dev one locally. My terminal will tell me what I just created. Oh, it might have the ID in it, possibly. Let's see if that's how that works. Wrangler state v3 d1 mini flare. Don't see the ID anywhere. Ends in 80, ends in 80, ends in 80. I don't think that the ID is included in this. I'm curious actually now, like how this SQLite file is generated. This must be the one that just got created here. Is this 8.3? You can check data grip. I think 8.3. 8.3 is the old one. I wonder how it chooses to name those. But I should be able to do this and do like a remote. I wonder if I even need to do dev or the env. Can find a DB with the name reminding malware ID. All right, so if I run that. All right, so that looks like it should have been applied. Let's go see if we can see that. So my third ratings can start with an integration partner. Is there an updated at? Queries. All right, so we got those. Dude, this can be so much better. Okay, this is what I wanted. All right, so we got migrations working at least. That's good. If I go to my workers, we need to add our binding. How do I add better auth migration to local plus dev? Git push. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to do this stupid thing. I have to do like that. This should create my bindings to the database. We should get new bindings. Why didn't it? Because we should see dev-env, and here's the D1 database. Why? I want to know why that didn't detect that. It's also not here either. Update worker bindings, Wrangler deploy. It's like looking at the wrong ish. It's like finding this one, I think. Maybe? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some of this stuff. So does the types file sees the database, so that's good. Right. Maybe it's just realizing that the bindings aren't used. Maybe it's smart enough to do that. Like if I come in here and source, let's just say, I don't know how to do middleware yet, but we want routes. And let's just say like we're in here and let's just do like a console.log on, we want the context. This thing has a context on it, right? Yeah. Console.log context.db. If we like do pndev, I have something running. All right, everything's good there. All right, sees the D1 database in dev. So if we do, does it detect? There we go. Okay, that's kind of nice. It no ops. I can't decide if that's nice or not. Oh, yeah. Pn deploy prod dev. This will do this. All right, back to here. Here. All right. We should see, there we go, D1 database, DB. Great. Look at that. Would you look at that? I have no idea what that screen was or how I got there. What is this screen? So clicking that must get me to this view. I actually have no idea how to get back to that view. That table just seems gone forever. Like I can't get to it without. All right, I'm adding that to my paper cuts. I can't get to. I'm just gonna copy that. I can't get to this view without clicking the binding from a worker in D1 dashboard. Okay. Chat, Dylan is Eastern North America. Surprise! Okay. That's good. And then we want to probably run our migrations against promote here. Great. Great, great. All right. We're cooking. I want to be able to like introspect. I'm gonna add another thing here. Introspect / diff / compare D1 databases, especially if they're
Functions describe the world.
in the same Wrangler.jsonc, but diff ems, including local dot Wrangler. Google it. Okay. That looks good. We figured out how to do this. That's good. Guys, we've been trying to build a login form for a week and a half now. You know, we're getting real far on this. This is what happens when you use 10stack is in beta and RC. LiveStore is in beta, and I've never used Cloudflare before. And we also found a bug or a really confusing bad DX in BetterAuth. So we've got sync working well. So what, do we just have username? Can I not do username and password? I don't even want, check out the username plugin. Great. That's what I want. So let's quit out of here. I don't want email. I'm just making accounts for my, this is just like a few of my family members. People I knew. Plugins. Plugins. What we got? Max username, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care because I'm going to seed it myself. Okay. I bet I have to like rerun my schema. I bet it's going to change my... All right, I should probably add this as like a npm script. Better auth generate gen Did this not, like, this worked earlier. How is this broken now? This is so stupid. At beta. All right. So if we do that, that got regenerated up here. Lib auth, nope, db, auth schema. I wonder if this is the same. I don't know if this is different. I'm just gonna assume it's different. So index isn't used. Okay, that's okay. And we can just do like, what we really want to do in this file is like, export star from /auth schema. And then we need to do a drizzle migrate thing. So we want to go, and we'll add a npm script for that. This will be drizzle migrate, and we'll do how do I set the working directory? Whatever. Let's see if it finds it from here. Drizzle kit migrate. Pn drizzle migrate. We have to give it a config. Config, all right. Config is going to be /source/lib/db. Drizzle config. I want to sort this shit. Required params URL. Where does URL? What? Everything's fine. I'm not losing it. What? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I hate all of this. Which one do we think it is? There. So stupid. Um, I am losing my mind. John? John? I'm losing it. I'm losing it, buddy. How did this work earlier? We ran this like not that long ago. All right, that's better. Obviously, this already exists, and we should have state, right? Like, we have the state here. Mm-hmm. Mm. I don't want it to apply the migrations. Shouldn't... Oh, it's generate. Is it generate? It's generate. Skill issued myself. Drop. Counts user ID. Alter table. Create unique. All right. Okay. We're good. We're good, chat. We're good. I was just skill issuing myself. Generate. And then we want to do, we want to say D1 migrate local. And that is the command we ran earlier, which would be just local. And then we're going to have dev remote. Do we have to do Cloudflare and earlier? No. And then we want a migrate local, migrate prod, which this becomes remote. And we can probably do a migrate all. Actually, we'll just do a migrate remote. And this will be npm run d1 migrate dev and npm run d1 migrate prod. Sort those. So now we should be able to do a pn d1 migrate Thank you.
I was wondering where you were. What are you doing here?
D-my local. Why? Oh, maybe I just have to call it Wrangler.
That was so cute. Dylan, did you see her? She's that pretty.
She's a good girl.
She's such a good girl.
Okay. That looked good. And now let's see if we can do dev. Malware recipes D1 dev. Hi, Bodhi. I don't know if he's in the picture or not. He's not. I have this tiny little circle.
You were supposed to keep your hands up. Oh, man.
He might be in now. There he is. Say hi, Bodhi. Okay.
I'm going to the store.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
No.
I'm getting a rotisserie chicken. Okay?
Yep.
Great.
All right, let's see if that's what we need. Couldn't find a D1 DB malware recipes D1 dev in your Wrangler JSON file. I don't believe you. Migrations apply.
Functions describe the world.
Okay, so it's -emp, not the environment variable.
Did you also see how freaking cold it is outside?
Functions
Yep.
describe
Oh my
the
gosh.
I already picked
world.
up dog shit outside this morning
Okay.
at like 7:20.
Nice. I don't know what happened. It was like 70.
There we go. That worked. Now I should be able to do prod. And now if I do that again. Okay. That looks like it worked. Add DB, what is that?
It was in my pocket.
Where is that at? Oh, Livorno.
Yeah.
Add DB npm scripts.
So I haven't wore a jacket since March.
Okay.
Great. Love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, we've got that. Now let's figure out the rest of Betteroth. Add the client plugin. Okay. So we need to add that. So let's go here, lib auth, and then we'll say client dot. Let's say this is going to be server client, I guess. And then we'll make, actually we'll just do server, and then we'll do client. And in here we can just copy paste this. And that means we have to update our package JSON because we changed this. This will be server. Okay. Got that. Get started. In fact, we can probably do, we can probably test this now. We can probably do like a scripts. Index.ts. And let's put that in there quick. And we can, what we call it, auth client. Dot add user, create new, sign up. And your mother's it's a property. Okay, I clearly don't. I need to read the docs. All right, auth.signup.email. Yeah, there we go. Email dylan.mulroy@gmail.com. Name Dylan Mulroy. Password. Sure, password 1234. Username Dylan Mulroy. Display username Dylan Mulroy. And this is gonna be an await. console.log result.data, and we'll stringify that. All right, then we can run that with bun. And that should this is scripts index.tx. pndev null. All right. Not found. So we need to hook up this endpoint to TANstack now. That makes sense. So TANstack start, great. Mount the handler. We can probably just copy that. And we can go up to routes API auth /$.ts. Paste that in. Is it tilde? Stop. I just want my symbols. I never remember where my tilde is. I think it's like here. There we go. There we go. Off. All right. So that looks right. See if that's fine over there. Let's rerun this. All right, now let's run this scripts. Internal server error. No, I have what's it called? It's on here. Right there. Here's my symbol there. So when I press this key down, it activates my Turing layer, which is my symbols. And it's right here. I always forget where this one is, and I always forget where this one is. Like, these two always screw with me. See you, Priv. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of layers on my keyboard. I've got my symbols layer, which I can activate my symbols layer by pressing Turing on either side. I have like my general, just like, I don't even know what to call this layer, just like navigation or utilities. So if I hold down Hopper right here, which is my left thumb, I can screenshot, I can record, I can move windows back and forth. So that's those ones. I can open Raycast by doing D. I can turn on caps for a single word. I can select all. I can open up my emoji keyboard. These are really hard to, yeah, that. I actually don't know what this does. Shift. That must just fall through. Yeah. Brahm, which is, these are my NeoVim key bindings. So when I'm in NeoVim, if I hold down basically my middle finger, if I just go down with my middle finger on either of my keyboards, activates Brahm, and I can jump around diagnostic errors using these. So like if I have like, I don't know, an error here and like, I don't know, an error here, I hold down my, I can jump around these. So this is going to the next error. This is going to the next diagnostic. Scrolling up and down, I have my harpoon tabs, toggle highlights. Now if I hold, I can jump back through my errors by holding that down. And then this is just my numpad. That's basically my keyboard. I really like it with the symbols because when I go into my symbols, actually, here, let me see if I can turn on key map, keycaster. Throw that over here, and then I can turn on keycaster. Yeah, so that'll put that down there. So you can, all right, there we go. When I hold down this, I can like, this is just like JK. And then I can do like, if I want my other symbols, like they're all together. Right, so if we come back over here, Command Shift T, look at my symbol layer. All my symbols are together, so they're right beside each other. Opening and closing for all my brackets are right here, and then my quotes are right above there. This is like one of the best things I ever did right here. This is so convenient. I started with the Moonlander, and then I was having wrist pain using the Moonlander, and I swapped it. Right, I do want to figure out why this is failing, though. Let's see here. That's interesting. Let's see if we can resolve it this way. Ah. There's some caching shit there. How do I use my MacBook keyboard? I don't know. I can go back and forth. It's fine. I definitely type faster on my split keyboard though. And I think it's because of the columns. Come on. All right. All right. We're getting somewhere. So the model users was not found in schema object. Please pass the schema directly to the adapter. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. This is going to be in DB. I think this needs a schema option. Yep. And the schema is going to be wait, how do I create the schema? How do I stitch these together? That wasn't coming from that. That was coming from auth server. Where am I supposed to pass the model users was not found in the schema object in the adapter. So I think I do this and I do import star as schema from db/schema. That must be right. I'm so confused, chat. So this is on the server. Plugins, username. So does that mean I've got the better off stuff done. I've got it working with TanStack. That's done. It's this part that's not done yet. I think I need to do that. We are going to open another pull request. Actually, God damn it. Actually, update this markdown and write it to temp.markdown in this dir. Oh, bro, I have to fork it again? Oh my god. That's fine. Git. I gotta do like a remote add or something. Git reflog. Git reset hard origin, or no, we'll do this. And then we'll do a get checkout -b update username plugin docs. And we'll and that's going to be content docs plugins and then username, and then this should be finished cooking. Yes. And then we can quit out of this, and we'll just do like a cat temp markdown into the keyboard, jump over here, paste that in, come down here, right, quit, add that, update username docs, git push, that should create a new branch for me, and we can compare and pull request this. To include enabling email and password. Will this show me a preview? All right, whatever. We'll leave that go there. There we go. Thank you, Cubic. Okay, side quest number 2, done. So now let's go to our script and see if we can, we've created our client here. Let's do const underscore, we'll say result equals await auth client dot sign in. Actually, I'm curious what that put into our database. Main. So we've got that, and it's hashed with probably Argon. Sessions. We do have a session. Nice. Users.
Functions describe the world.
Nice. I am going to want to override
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follows. All right, so that looks like it's working. That feels pretty good. I think I might call it quits there. I've been streaming for a while. I'm getting pretty hungry. We at least have all the things working now. So that feels good. Let's raid TJ because he's doing effect. All right, y'all. I will be back tomorrow morning. Thank you all for hanging out, and we're actually writing code finally.